All right, hi, and welcome to something very special. This is what we're looking at is the start of the Route des Canadiens at Vimy Ridge. So this is Vimy Ridge in France, and it's a well-known spot of war. It's a well-known war monument, and what this is Minecraft, the full Vimy Ridge location. So I'm just going to lead you really quickly through some of the sites here your kids could use to maybe build the monument in Minecraft, or maybe build the war experiences in Minecraft. It really is something special, so I just want to take you on a tour of the Vimy Ridge Minecraft setting. And you can, as teachers, you can figure out how you could use this best in your class. So this is coming very soon to Minecraft Education Edition, but right now we're currently viewing this in another form of Minecraft. Okay, so this is the start of the Route des Canadiens. I put a sign here just so you know. So when you come over here and look at the sign, it says Route des Canadiens. It is. I'll throw a map here. I'll cut away to a map so you can see actually the area of Vimy Ridge that we're talking about. And of course in the education version you won't have any mobs. It'll be on peaceful mode. The forests hopefully will have grown by then because these are all sapling trees, but they will grow up. So you'll have the forest experience of the Vimy Ridge zone of the map. Okay, so let's fly up above here and get a look at this map. So up here on the left, actually just here to our left, you see a series of little buildings down here, and they're representing an area that I guess actually not representing. They are the area that is known as the Dunfield Crater, the Grange Crater, and the Patricia Crater. So down there to the left, and of course, look, there's little walkways. This is all built with open data and big data, so Vimy Ridge had some open data available, and now we have a Minecraft world that is exactly like the Vimy Ridge setting. So, of course, everything's based on the maps from NASA and the open data folks. So I'm going along the Canadian route, Route des Canadiens. Up here on my left, not really noticeable, but this little area right here to my left is called the Longfellow Crater. So this area down here is the Longfellow Crater, and we have an intersection coming up here where you could actually drop down and see that. Let's see if we can find the intersection. So you'll see the intersection creeping into the view right now. So that little lane takes you down to the right here. This whole area right here is called the Longfellow Crater. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going down there to show you the Longfellow Crater, I'm going to turn right and go up the Canadian route. So this right here, I'm going to follow. This is the Route des Canadiens. Up here, now this little left road is special. This road looks like it may lead nowhere because of the fog there. But I'm going to take a shortcut down here, or not a shortcut, but a detour. And I want to show you something special at the end of this. Not fully developed because, again, it's based on map data, open data. But at the end of this little lane that goes off to the left, and maybe I'll cut away to the map again so you can see it. We are headed off to the left top corner of the map, and the stoned-in structure right there. There's a little loop here. The stoned-in structure, which has a walking path leading to it. This is the Canadian Cemetery. This is the Vimy Ridge Canadian Cemetery, all sealed off with a wall. In real life, I'm not sure if it's sealed off with a wall, but I think it might have something around it to signify the fact it's a cemetery. All your pathways are put in. All your pathways are open data mapped in. But that's really special. I can imagine what your kids could do with this site. Maybe get a list of the soldiers and recreate the Vimy Ridge Canadian Cemetery. We did something very similar, but we made our own sort of tribute to Vimy Ridge soldiers, more than 3,200 of them. But this is the actual site. This is actually Vimy Ridge, so your students could actually build the current names and the current list of people located at Vimy Ridge in the actual cemetery plot of Vimy Ridge. So we'll go back to the main road here. I'm going to do a little shortcut over the grassy fields, which will soon be filled with trees like the normal Vimy Ridge was, or is, and we'll continue up the Canadian route. Again, little pathways shoot off. That little pathway will lead you back to the cemetery. That's a walking path versus a road. This is a larger path. This is the Route des Canadiens. Route des Canadiens. on Vimy Ridge. Notice the terrain shifting, notice the topography. We are indeed going uphill quite a bit. So you can see everything's based on the open data, right? The open map. So every block up is a meter up, and they try to get it as close as possible to the actual real elevation. We're coming up here to a section that is sort of at the top center of the map. You can see the walled stone gateways in. Any building like this, any sort of thing like this, represents a footprint. It's more a footprint than the actual building itself. So this is something at Vimy Ridge. But if we follow this lane through the big gates here, we'll follow this road up here, and you're going to start to see the true beauty of this. So we are at the top of the hill. We are at the Vimy Ridge Memorial. All the stone pathways are in place. All the road pathways, the larger pathways, are in place. And what you're looking at in front of us here is the Vimy Ridge Memorial's base. It can't calculate height very well, but it certainly knows the footprint. So when I fly up here, that is the footprint for the Vimy Ridge Memorial. Now imagine how much fun your students could have turning that into the actual memorial, making it look like the real memorial. And then because it's Minecraft Education Edition, you can save that world, share it right back out, and then the rest of us can have the monument built by your students in our lessons that we can use. So feel free to build that monument and share it back with the world so that the rest of us can actually have a finished monument on top of the hill. So of course these are footprints, so these are buildings, or some sort of footprint, some sort of monument. There's your pathways. Again, we're at the top of the hill, or we're at the Vimy Monument. This is a sort of a flyover. I made sure to locate it in the sort of the top right of the map-ish, so you can see the map cuts off just over there. But the whole point of this was to show the peak of the hill, the top of the hill, but then allow a class, and what I'm going to do right now is kind of strange. I'm not going to follow the Canadian route anymore. I'm going to go down over the hill. So this is the hill that soldiers had to face in the war. And as a teacher, you can imagine how you could use this. The students could build tunnels. They could build bunkers. They could plan their own assault on the hill of Vimy Ridge. There's countless things they can do. You can experience the forest and how the landscape has changed. I love the fact that the elevation changes, and they actually have that registered as well. So as I fly down over the hill, you can see it actually goes up a bit, and then down a bit, and then up a bit, and then down a bit. So this has been the Vimy Ridge Memorial site. This is the actual site based on open data and big data, and I'm hoping that this can be used in classrooms across Canada and the world to I guess learn about Vimy Ridge beyond Canada 150. So here we are back again at the intersection. There's the Canada route. It's about 1.6 kilometers, 1,600 meters by 1,600 meters in real life. And yeah, so start thinking about how you can use this as a teacher in your classrooms. It is coming to Minecraft Education Edition, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. My name is Ben Kelly. I'm a global Minecraft mentor as well as other things. And I'm on Twitter at BBTNB, and I am a Canadian, a proud Canadian. And I cannot wait to see what you do with the Vimy Ridge Minecraft build built by Open Data.